There's some speculation that Matt DiBenedetto had lined up not only a potential part-time cup ride, but he might have also been racing in the Xfinity Series with Kaulig Racing. Before we get into that, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. Just to get you caught up, Matt DiBenedetto provided an update early, or I guess it wasn't this month anymore. It was back in January because we're in February now, about what his plans were, indicating that he had to like cut a sponsor because they weren't being honest with him, and his plans were kind of been eliminated. So let's listen to what he had to say here, and then we'll get into the speculation about his potential that he might have been racing with Kaulig Racing in a part-time cup ride. Let's listen.
I was sitting here thinking about it, and the other day when I posted and gave you guys an update, I was treading lightly because it was all fresh and just covering all bases and stuff. But further update, not that it matters, but I always like to be truthful with you guys. The reality of it is we had a signed pretty big sponsor deal, and they lied and didn't follow through on their end. So that's why we had to pull the plug. So anyways, unfortunate, but just like in racing, you gotta, drive and race out the front windshield, not the rear.
So obviously, you heard him right there. He said that he did indeed have a signed sponsor deal, but they lied to him, so he had to pull the plug. Now, if we go over here to racingnews.co, they have a headline saying Kaulig Racing hints that Matt DiBenedetto was set to sign with the team for 2024. And this is based off comments that the team's president, Kaulig Racing's president, Chris Rice, made during an interview on Sirius XM NASCAR radio. I guess like last week, maybe over the weekend, but he said this, and we're not done announcing the guys for the number 16 car. I will say that a deal fell through that we had in November. It fell through in the 1st of January. That's put us in a little bit of a tailspin with sponsors that we're getting ready to announce in the coming days. We're going to be just fine. So it sounds like they had a sponsor fall through. Matt DiBenedetto is saying he had to axe the sponsor deal because they lied to him. So a coincidence? Potentially. But I don't know. The dates seem to line up and everything like that as well, because DiBenedetto was talking about having to get out of that deal at the beginning of January. But Chris Rice goes on and says this: we got to cross the 10-yard line and all of a sudden fumble the football. It's been a tough offseason, but a very learning offseason of things you can do and can't do. You sign NDAs, but if you watch social media, I think he's been very candid about what happened. He's announced it, and he said it a couple of times. So that definitely sounds like DiBenedetto that he's talking about, because DiBenedetto has indeed talked about it on social media. Obviously, we just watched it. He's done another video as well. So it sounds like that might be who they are talking about. I can't think of another driver who's kind of that he could be referencing there. But he goes on and says, but with the NDA, I don't go about saying that kind of stuff. I think we're still in some conversations. Out of respect, I don't really want to say, but if you watch social media, it's not hard to figure out. So I definitely think he's probably indeed talking about Matt DiBenedetto. What do you make of Matt DiBenedetto basically seemingly had an opportunity to race with Kaulig Racing, but had that sponsor deal go south? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.